So, the Oneplus 5 was officially announced yesterday, and I've actually got a limited edition unboxing experience just for you guys. I've actually got a giveaway coming soon as well, so be sure to subscribe for that. And with that being said, let's get started. So the Oneplus 5 is a fascinating phone for many reasons. It's on paper the most powerful phone in the world, with the highest resolution dual camera setup on any smartphone, and a price tag well below that of its competitors. So opening up the outer box, we actually have a reviewer's guide which you should probably take a look at, and on the left we've got the retail packaging of the smartphone. But on the right we've actually got a few extra cases. So to start with, there's a carbon fiber one, pretty strong, very sturdy, does have a little bit of flex to it, but nonetheless feels high quality. So then we have the sandstone style case, which is quite reminiscent of the back of the Oneplus 3 and the Oneplus 3T. It's a little bit rougher than I was expecting, but nonetheless feels pretty sturdy yet again. So then we've got a wooden case, which I have to say looks a little bit obnoxious, not particularly natural, not too great. But the fourth case over here is kind of my favourite. It's also got a wooden style to it, but looks a lot more natural, although you can still see through it when you shine the light behind it. Having said that, all in all, these are a good set of cases. The designs are quite sleek, quite sophisticated, but also quite simple, unlike those we saw on the S8, which honestly were just horrible. So taking a look at the Oneplus 5 box itself, we've got a 5 engraved on the front, and the whole thing just looks and feels like OnePlus. It's got the standard red and white packaging that we've come to know and love. It looks uniform, but at the same time like an evolution. So once we've taken all the plastic off the top and the sides, always the most fun part of any unboxing, and then we've sort of taken the lid off, which was a little bit stiffer than expected, we've got the phone sitting on top. Now the smartphone is actually mounted on a box in of itself, which we'll take a look at in just a moment. But underneath that we've got, first of all, a rather nice postcard style note, which basically says, "Thanks a lot for buying the Oneplus 5, you won't regret it." So then we've got the dash charge cable, a pretty high quality, pretty chunky cable, and again really nice and uniform, fits in with the packaging and the styling of the smartphone quite nicely. We've then got also the charging adapter, which is quite a bit chunkier and a lot heavier than you might expect. And the reason for that is that with dash charge technology, OnePlus actually offloads all the hard work to the adapter itself and takes it away from the smartphone, and that helps to keep the smartphone cool when it's charging. So let's just take a quick look at what the phone is attached to. It's kind of got a hard plastic box, feels really quite nice actually, and inside of that we've got an instruction manual and the SIM ejector pin. OnePlus has really upped their game when it comes to presentation this time round. I mean, I know we've got some extras here, but even just looking at the retail box itself, it's starting to look a bit more out the box, if you excuse the pun. So let's just take a quick look around the smartphone, and obviously we will have a full review later on. But the few things to note are that, first of all, this is the thinnest OnePlus smartphone ever. At 7.25mm, it's also a fair bit thinner than most flagship smartphones that are out today. It's got a pretty standard metal finish which feels solid, but not necessarily any better or worse than its competitors. And whilst you could argue that the bezels on the top and the bottom of this phone make it look comparatively last gen compared to the edge-to-edge S8, if that's the only sacrifice we're making to get top-end components at 2/3 of the price, it's still a bit of a steal. We've also got a fascinating camera setup, notably the highest resolution dual camera setup ever. More specifically, a primary 16-megapixel f1.7 sensor and then a 20-megapixel f2.6 sensor. And these are going to work together to create stunning depth of field and much better optical zoom. So guys, there we go, that's the Oneplus 5. I've got plenty more coverage of this smartphone coming up, so if you did enjoy the video, be sure to smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. With that being said, I'm Mr. Who's the Boss, and I'm signing out.